The entity below the ancient, crumbling manor stood as a sentinel, its silhouette etched against the moonlit sky. Within its labyrinthine halls, a group of young, thrill-seeking explorers had gathered, drawn by tales of its haunted past. Among them was Rabika, a fearless journalist with a penchant for the paranormal. As they ventured deeper into the manor, a chill crept through the air, a stark contrast to the festive atmosphere outside. The creaking floorboards and echoing footsteps seemed to amplify the eerie silence. Rabika, her heart pounding, felt a strange sense of unease. She glanced at her companions, their faces illuminated by the dim glow of their flashlights, and saw a similar apprehension mirrored in their eyes. They stumbled upon a hidden chamber, its walls adorned with strange, ancient symbols. A musty, earthy scent filled the air. In the center of the room, a large, circular stone slab lay, its surface etched with intricate patterns. A cold draft swept through the chamber, causing the flickering flames of their flashlights to dance erratically. Rabika knelt before the slab, her fingers tracing the intricate carvings. As she did, a faint, pulsating glow emanated from the stone. A low, guttural growl echoed from beneath the slab, sending shivers down her spine. The ground trembled slightly, and a deep, rumbling sound seemed to come from the depths of the manor. Fear gripped the group as they realized they were not alone. A sinister presence lurked beneath the slab, a malevolent entity that had been dormant for centuries. And now, it had been awakened. As the ground shook beneath their feet, the explorers scrambled to escape the chamber. The pulsating glow from the slab intensified, casting eerie shadows that danced and writhed on the walls. A deafening roar echoed through the manor, followed by a series of violent tremors. Rabika, her heart pounding in her chest, bolted towards the door, but as she reached for the handle, it was wrenched open from the other side. A grotesque, monstrous figure emerged from the darkness, its eyes glowing with an unnatural intensity. It was a creature of pure malevolence, its form twisted and distorted by centuries of darkness. The explorers let out screams of terror as the creature lunged towards them. Rabika, her instincts taking over, fought back, her flashlight blinding the monster's eyes. But the creature was too powerful, and it easily overpowered her. As its claws reached for her throat, she heard a faint, hopeful sound. It was her companions, who had managed to escape the chamber and were now rushing towards her. They fought valiantly against the monstrous entity, their combined efforts slowing it down. But the creature was relentless, its strength seemingly inexhaustible. Rabika, her mind racing, realized they had to find a way to seal the creature back into its subterranean prison. She remembered the ancient symbols on the slab. Perhaps they held the key to its containment. With renewed determination, Anya fought her way back to the chamber. She knelt before the slab, her fingers trembling as she traced the intricate patterns. As she did, a surge of energy flowed through her, and the symbols began to glow with a blinding light. A powerful force erupted from the slab, enveloping the creature in a blinding white light. The monster let out a blood-curdling scream as it was pulled back into the depths of the earth. The ground beneath the slab trembled violently, then fell silent. Exhausted but relieved, Rabika and her companions collapsed to the floor. They had survived the encounter, but they knew that the entity was not truly defeated. It was merely contained, a dormant threat lurking beneath the manor. And one day, it might return. The explorers emerged from the manor, their bodies trembling with exhaustion and fear. The sun was beginning to rise, casting long, eerie shadows across the landscape. They looked back at the manor, its windows dark and foreboding. A sense of dread washed over them as they realized they had only scratched the surface of the ancient building's secrets. Rabika, her mind still reeling from the terrifying events of the night, knew that she couldn't leave the manor behind. She felt a deep connection to the place, a sense that it held the key to unlocking the truth about the entity and its origins. Determined to delve deeper, Anya returned to the manor the following week. She had spent countless hours researching the building's history, uncovering a trail of cryptic clues and ancient legends. One particular story stood out, a tale of a powerful sorcerer who had lived in the manor centuries ago, rumored to have summoned a dark entity from the underworld. Rabika knew she had to find the sorcerer's hidden chamber. Armed with a map and a flashlight, she ventured back into the manor's labyrinthine halls. The place felt different now, less haunted and more ominous. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding, and the creaking floorboards seemed to whisper secrets. After hours of searching, Rabika stumbled upon a hidden door in the basement. It was sealed shut, but with a determined push she managed to force it open. A shaft of light revealed a narrow, winding staircase that led deep into the earth. Heart pounding, Anya descended the stairs. The air was cold and damp, and the walls were lined with strange, ancient symbols. At the bottom of the staircase, she found a small circular chamber. In the center of the room was a stone altar, adorned with intricate carvings. As Rabika approached the altar, a faint, pulsating glow emanated from it. She recognized the symbols. They were the same ones she had seen on the slab in the hidden chamber. A chill ran down her spine as she realized she was standing in the sorcerer's ancient laboratory. Rabika knelt before the altar, her heart pounding in her chest. A sense of awe and trepidation washed over her as she examined the intricate carvings. She recognized the symbols. They were the same ones she had seen on the slab in the hidden chamber and on the creature itself. Rabika reached out and touched the altar, feeling a surge of energy flow through her. The symbols began to glow with an intense light, illuminating the chamber. A vision appeared before her, a series of images that flickered and faded. She saw the sorcerer, a powerful ancient figure with piercing eyes. He was performing a ritual, summoning a dark entity from the underworld. The entity emerged, a monstrous creature of pure evil. The sorcerer, driven by a thirst for power, had formed a pact with the entity, promising to release it from its eternal imprisonment. The vision ended, leaving Rabika shaken and disturbed. The sorcerer had been responsible for unleashing the creature upon the world, and now it was up to her to ensure that it remained trapped forever. Rabika stood up, her mind racing. She knew she had to find a way to permanently seal the entity away. The sorcerer's legacy was a heavy burden to bear, but she was determined to see it through. With renewed purpose, Rabika left the chamber and began to search the manor for any clues that might help her. She found a hidden library filled with ancient tomes and scrolls. One particular book caught her eye, a grimoire, a book of spells and incantations. As Rabika leafed through the grimoire, she found a section on sealing powerful entities. There was a ritual described, one that required a specific artifact and a powerful incantation. The artifact was a relic of the sorcerer himself, a pendant that was said to contain a portion of his soul. Rabika knew she had to find the pendant. She searched the manor, scouring every room and hidden chamber. Finally, in the sorcerer's personal study, she discovered a hidden compartment behind a secret panel. Inside, she found a small ornate box. With trembling hands, Rabika opened the box. Inside, nestled on a bed of velvet, was the pendant. It was a simple silver pendant, but there was a strange, almost sinister energy emanating from it. Rabika knew she had to perform the ritual. She returned to the altar, the pendant clutched in her hand. She recited the incantation from the grimoire, her voice echoing through the chamber. As she spoke, the pendant began to glow with an intense light. A powerful force erupted from the altar, enveloping Rabica and the pendant. The entity below the manor began to stir, its rage palpable. But Rabica held her ground, her determination unwavering. Finally, the ritual was complete. The entity was sealed away forever, its power contained within the pendant. Rabica collapsed to the floor, exhausted but triumphant. She had defeated the sorcerer's legacy and ensured that the world would be safe from the darkness that had threatened to consume it. Rabica stood before the manor, the sun casting long shadows across the ancient building. She had defeated the entity, sealed it away forever. But as she turned to leave, a sense of unease washed over her. The manor was not truly at peace. Rabica knew that the sorcerer's legacy would continue to haunt the place. The darkness he had summoned would linger, a constant reminder of the evil that had once walked its halls. But she also knew that she had done all she could. The manor was now a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of good over evil. As Rabica walked away, she turned one last time to look at the manor. A single light flickered in one of the windows, a beacon of hope in the darkness. She smiled, knowing that the manor's story was not over. It was a story of fear and courage and the enduring power of the human spirit. And it was a story that would continue to be told for generations to come.